Let's move to the Detroit Pistons, who have an over-under of 27.5. There's an under of 28.5 in the market. Brandon, what do you got for the Pistons?
I have the Pistons 29th offensively. I think it could be rough. I have them 23rd on defense, 22 to 28 wins. So I lean under here, but it's probably not a bet that I need to make.
Why do you have them that low on offense?
Because they were pretty rough offensively last year. Jeremy Grant was their best offensive player. And like my theme, if a team has a lot of young dudes running the offense, I tend to expect bad. And there's going to be a lot of Cade and a lot of Ivy here. So if you like the offense and like the over, you are betting on a big Cade leap. I'm fine with that. I just don't need to bet it.
So I disagree with you because I think that a lot of that is, if you remember last season, they were literally the worst shooting offense since 1947 for 2 months of the season. That's not an exaggeration. I looked it up. Like 1947, okay, was how bad they were shooting. They got so much better by the end of the year. It all kind of started to come together. Kay got over the ankle injury. This offense, I think the offense is way better because actually I think you're taking out Jeremy Grant isolations and that helps the offense. I think they're going to play more team-centric ball. I think Jaden Ivey just from a production standpoint, will be pretty good, even if the efficiency is not great. The problem is the number. So I think this team's going to be a lot better. It's just baked into the line.
Yeah.
So like the way to think of it is, I want to fade your negativity of like the standard under better. I want to fade that, but I can't because the line is already expecting that.
Yeah.
Like
the line is in a spot where even if you like it and you got the over, you're going to get to like 2 weeks left in the season and be like, okay, we need number 29. We're at 27. We can get 2 more wins, right? Like that's your hope. You're not going to get to 35 here. You got to get that last win over the line.
The Pistons after March 1st were 8-13. They won at a 31 win pace after March 1st. They genuinely tried to win, and I think that there's no reason to think that they won't do the same. They did tail off and tank again. I think that there's less likelihood of them. Like, I think they'll be better than last year, so they'll be even further back of a top 4 seed or top 4 lottery pick, so they'll be even further incentivized to not tank at the end of the year. So I feel a little bit better about that. Look, Cade, Ivy, Saddiq Bey was so good last year. Like, Saddiq Bey is an underrated guy. He's good. Marvin Bagley, and I like Isaiah Stewart over some of the other bigs. Olynyk, Burks, both good veterans. Kojo, good veteran. Nerlens Noel is capable. They've got Jalen Duren. There's some upside there. If Ivy shows out, there's a lot of, to me, the ceiling is pretty wide. I just don't want to bet it. Like, I lean over. I just don't want to bet it because I'm getting such a bad number at 27.5. I don't want to get close to 30 wins. I was so hopeful this would be like a 25.5. 3 wins better than last year, still probably going to tank. And I'd be like, no, I think they're actually going to be pretty not horrible in the 30-ish range. But 27.5 versus if I ballpark them at 30 is not enough of a differential with the tank incentive for me to get there. This is what I will tell you. I like the number right now for them to make the play-in at plus 750. I will not bet it. I want to wait to see if I'm right. Like, I will still get we learned this last year. You will still get a good number on playoff props 2 months into the season, including to make the play-in. So if the Pistons start off and I'm like, this team's not bad. Like, they played a bunch of really tough teams, but they're not bad. I will probably wind up betting them to make the play-in, to sneak in as a 10 seed in what I think is going to be an Eastern Conference where a lot of teams are going to be like, the top is so far away, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't mind that because, you're looking at the teams right above them, presumably, are teams like the Wizards, the Hornets, who it's not hard to imagine a version of the Pistons that are better than those teams. Like, that's very easily in play. So now you just need to pass the Knicks or the Bulls, or you need a team to get injured and fall out or that sort of thing. I don't hate it. I like the bench unit. Those veterans you said, I think, raise the floor. Dwayne Casey, I think, is a floor raiser. I agree. This is not a tank team. This is absolutely a fight to the finish and an established Detroit basketball winning culture. I see a lot of reasons this could go well. I don't love the makeup, so I lean under, but that's why I'm not playing it, because I can see a lot of positive paths.
One trend for you, teams that won fewer than 25 games the previous season, and then their win total goes up by 5 or more, which the Pistons do qualify for this. They've gone 16-11 at 59% to the over. Not a huge margin there, but 59% is pretty good versus your minus 110. The way to read that is bad teams that the market says are going to be better they still tend to underrate how much better they're going to be in general at a 59% clip.